Hello there YouTube, I am back. Today I'm going to be playing 2005 Go Control. I just attempted and failed to record a video of this because stupid guy didn't realize that he wasn't playing Go format. Actually, what I'm really happy is I got sacked in Go format. Then, what? Why is he playing 0 cards in extra deck? It seems suspicious. Why? No, extra deck. Question mark. Did you forget it? Yeah, TBH, yeah, you do. I great power greed, which was totally legal at the time. Sunbreaker. Get my counter. Attack over whatever this is. But dude, the extra deck's literally just a bunch of fusions. Okay, Mirror Force. Just like one Mirror Force, I'm pretty sure. Wait, I'm gonna call up April 2005. Yu-Gi-Oh! April 2005. Touch sub 1800. Now, which card are you getting destroyed from my hand? Sangan, no! Damn, you're lucky. Sangan was totally legal at the time. Format. Ban list. There. Got my ban list for 2005. Oh baby, son. Effect. Triggering. Grab pot of greed. Activate this. Draw 2 cards. Summon Tsukimi and use its effect to flip this face down. Then I'm gonna activate creature swap. I'll give you this. What do you give me? Can you see? Okay. No, I'm just gonna close out this bar that I made up too much. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, I'm gonna place 1 counter on that. And phase that returns my hand. Basically, Tsukimi plus Magician of Faith plus Swords to protect you is very strong because that basically means +1 every turn. And it's tough to get around that. Damn. And there is that. Then you have to banish from your deck all over Magician of Faiths. My god, freaking OBS makes this lag so bad. Now I have to banish him ever once. But I hope you realize. Yep, he is Spanish up too. How many Magician Face do you run? Most only ran 2. Standard. pretty standard build, and I'll show you real quick mine just to prove that I have none left. What you don't know is that I secretly have this cyber jar in my hand, which was at one at a time and is not run by very many people, and for good reason. Cyber jar is a crazy card, and it was very different because it's essentially 2.5 pots of greed. Yeah, by the way, place that. What's in here? Nothing worth getting. I have 6 cards in hand on turn. What's the original one you instructed? Here we go. Original ring of destruction. Yeah, that goes away now. Because you play with OG ring instruction, so how'd that one read? And that's all the pictures have been replaced. What's left here? Just their OG ring instruction, okay. And it's just target one place closer and field, destroy it, and buff players hit cards. What type of cyber jar? Dark rocks. I'm gonna destroy that. Now I both lose 59. Not worth heavy storming. Pair life. Let's get back to singing. Singing is a free +1. You can search into Sinister +1. Deadliest card this game has ever seen. At least in Konami's opinion. Oh, scapegoated. Well, then I'll just attack 2 of those. Seriously though, Konami thinks Sinister Serpent is so scary that they had to actually errata it from its original effect, which was just during your standby phase. If you don't have one in your hand, you add it to your hand. But no, now it's like you get to add it to your hand, but if you do, it's like banished to where. Oh, I'm crapping right now. I think I'm gonna need to get my laptop charger. This only been recording for 8 minutes. I think I'll need my laptop charger. As soon as my next turn comes, I'm gonna ask him if I can get my laptop charger. Oh, Lightning Vortex. Very good play. However, Singing's effect trigger. Because Singing is badass. He's gonna get me. Where is he? Where is he? The Sinister Serpent. The strongest card in history of Konami Stupid. This card essentially makes Graceful Charity not even an egg. Graceful Charity is a +1 at this point. The Sinister Serpent is a literally 1% free resource. Things don't give me choice here than a freaking Sinister Serpent. Oh, BLS is pretty free. Activate Delinquent Dough. 1,000. Select that random card. Here's Metamorphosis. Why even run that if he has no extra? Oh, wait, that's all right. else do you discard? Second metamorphosis. Well done. Good play considering you don't. Banish those two. Some BLS. And then attack both those. Maybe it's too set. Darn, I was supposed to get my laptop charger. Oh. No, thank you. Because I swear, so many DN noobs think, oh, let's just target. Back when Snatch Shield was legal on DN, you know, back in that one format where it was legal, they thought, oh, Snatch Shield could target face downs. Now, Heavy Storm for the +1. Get some Spirit Reaper for the even more +1. Ooh, a Jinzo, that's a nice hit. And I know he's a good noob, but I told them, what? GG. Show hand. All you need are fusion. All he needs are really fusions, just random levels that are equal to what his monsters are. Well, that was good control for you. I know those are short, and I wish I got more, but anyway, let's go over the deck profile. 2 good control. Now, I'm going to have to explain because this is a different time. I wasn't even there. Here's how it basically works. Very +1 center. As such, Air Knight Parasoft is very useful. Also, it made your scapegoats like way less useful because you can just attack them and get piercing. So it's +1, it's pretty strong, it pierces. This would also make Scapegoat worthless. In case you didn't know, this deck was 2-0. Literally, the entire meta was freaking Go Control. But it wasn't like 2-0 degenerate, you lose if you don't play this. It was more like 2-0 because it was the best compilation of random cards that the game has ever seen. Now, Shura Priest, although the OCG name was just Shura, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, which basically makes Scapegoat worthless. BLS is an unpredictable beat stick that can win games. Breaker, the Magical Warrior, was at 9 at the time. It was very useful thanks to its ability to gain attack and then destroy or destroy a monster. Nice battle trap. Cyber Jar is a risky choice, and oftentimes people will run Morphing Jar instead. Because both of them are 2.5 power grades. The difference is this one only destroys all monsters in the field, while this destroys hands. The hand advantage is very important. Although, with this card, you'll have too many cards in your hand, and then you might have a problem with having to discard. Although the same comes here. DD Warrior Lady is useful for removing cards. Most notably, Sinister Serpent, Sangan, possibly Magician Faith, and Mr. Tomato. One Xerion Universe. Now, some people don't like Xerion Universe and goats. Xerion Universe is one of the few cards from the set it came out of, which was, I believe, Saturday Night Revolution, that is accepted as a well-balanced, fair card for Go format. Because in case you didn't know, Saturday Night Revolution basically took Go format, put it on its face, because Cyber Dragon let you summon twice, and in a format that was very slow and summon once heavy, that wasn't very good. Jinzo can get around a heavy back row, even though it's only 5 traps in the average build. These traps are all very strong. 2 Magician Fate. Some run 3, most run 2. Very standard. Angus Spellback Jan's a lot more useful. You got Pogreed, Graceful Charity, and Delinquent Duo, famously known as the Trinity. Mystic Tomato. Essentially, this card can search Sangan. Sangan. Although I'm thinking of just dropping this for Don's Loop. because Don's Lug can make your opponent discard or send the top 2 cards of your deck. Both are very useful. Sengan, you can search like most of your deck. Sinister Serpent. At the time, its effect was this card's a free resource. Because during your standby phase, if you had it in your graveyard, you just add it to your hand. This is incredibly useful. Like, unimaginably useful. Please tell me it's not gonna die. 10 minutes, okay, good. Because you could always have Tribute Fodder. You could always set a card in case you need just one, in case your opponent only had one monster you need to survive. You could always discard it for costs. No matter what, Sinister Serpent was there to act as fodder. Spirit Reaper. He's a very useful wall in a format where there are very few outs to him. The only real outs are to Lightning Vortex, Snatch Steal, or target him. Or of course Mirror Force, basically the traps and targeting effects. Because after an effect is activated that resolves, targeting it is destroyed. Tri-Infecting Virus. Incredibly useful. Can destroy boards very easily. Combine with Sinister Serpent and you literally had a free plus however many cards your opponent had. If they went for Scapegoat, you called Beast, they lost all their goat tokens. Tsugiyumi. Not only could put face down problem cards that had lower defense than its attack, for example, Breaker, or well, yeah, really just Breaker. That part wasn't so useful. But the useful part was that, or you know, if you had another monster, say you had a Jinzo. No, not Jinzo, let's see. Your opponent had Jinzo and you had Air Knight. Your Air Knight could attack over thanks to Tsukuyomi. But wait, the main part was they could flip down your Magician of Faiths, which allowed you to recycle cards more than once, as you saw earlier in the start of the game where I got those free pluses. That's really big. One Book of Moon, it's a Tsukuyomi without a normal summon. One only though. One creature swap. You swap a goat token, get anything. Alternatively, swap a spirit monster like Tsukuyomi or a Sure Priest, and it goes back to your hand at the end phase. The Liquid Duo, it's a +1. Your opponent lost hand advantage. That was very important. That's one of the free cards in Trinity. Graceful Charity. Another one-off card from the Trinity. It effectively allows you to fin your deck very quickly, and by discarding Sinister Serpent, rather than being a +0, it's a +1. If the card you discarded was of no use to you anymore, because let's say it was something like, I don't know, Mystic Tomato, but you had no targets left because you already summoned your Sangans and your Spirit Reaper. That's really, yeah, I'm thinking of replacing this tomato, I don't know. Maybe I'll update this. Whatever. Very important. Heavy Storm, often considered the 4th member of the Trinity, is very useful because it can destroy all back row. One Lightning Vortex, it was similar to Tribe-Infecting Virus, it was also at one time. But you didn't have to worry about it being a specific attribute, or if, let's say, you had Scapegoat tokens too, your opponent had 4 Scapegoat tokens, actually it's Sheep tokens, but you don't have to worry about it. 2 Metamorphosis. This card is part of the reason why Goat Control exists, is because it allowed you to bring out fusions without the proper sign conditions. This meant some weird things. Mostly, though, it's as unrestricted. We'll get to that later. Well, MST, it's MST, it was always run. It now will not be run. There were lots of spells, there were lots of traps. You never know when someone's going to set something. And in a format where there will often be turns where you just pass, eventually your hand's going to get full and you're going to have to set a card, even if you don't want to. 2 No Mana Cross Out. An effective way to get around anything, and also combos well with Tsukuyomi. That's the one thing I was forgetting. It's basically Tsukuyomi Cross Out equals banish any card. Banish any monster. Also, it gets your opponent's Magician of Faiths at cost of yours. Pot of Greed. Third member of the Trinity, and quite possibly the only member of the Trinity that took no skill in that Graceful Charity, and I know. In Delinquent Duo, space up. In Delinquent Duo required some skill, whereas Pot of Greed was just draw 2 cards. Premature Burial. This card effectively was able to bring back cards that would normally have been dead forever without Call the Haunted, which was also very important. Bringing back an Air Knight, a BLS, or a Jinzo could win you the game. Free Scapegoat. Fame. It was just so important because it protected you, got you advantage, tribute fodder for Metamorphosis. Really, this card was everything. Snatch Shield. Your opponent's got a monster, now they don't. It's yours. Swords of Revealing Light. It's a very simple protection card. Call the Haunted. Yet, pretty much the same as Premature Burial, except if you get back a Jinzo with it, and they have a tier Heavy Storm it later, it doesn't die, because Jinzo negates traps. I'm recording a video! One Mirror Force. It destroyed almost every monster that your opponent would summon. If they put too much stuff in it, actually, yeah, it would destroy it. I don't know, and maybe it's something, I don't know. Book of Moon. Book of Moon was pretty much the only out to this. Made it very hard for your opponent to deal damage when you Mirror Force them, but there was only one, so you have to save it for when you needed it. Particularly when your opponent goes for game. Swinging for game is very risky because they flip up a Scapegoat or a Mirror Force, and, well, your push just died, and now they're open to just do whatever they want to your board next turn. One Ring of Destruction. It destroys monsters and it helps you reach your ultimate goal of reducing your opponent's life points. Sakuretsu Armor is like a similar but weaker Mirror Force. And Torrential Tribute is a very powerful destruction card. As for the extra deck, really the only thing that people shit. No. Connection lost. Is it still recording? Okay, that's good. Sorry about that lost recording for a second. Of course, laptop just had to die. Basically, the only real staple in the extra deck was Thousand Eyes Restrict, which I now got to get out. But basically, what it does is, as long as you're on the field, the monsters can change the battle position and attack, except for it. Also, this is another thing that can cause Tsukiyumi. But I'll go into that later once I read the full effect. You can select the opponent's monster and equip it to him. And this can only be used once per turn. You can only equip one monster at a time. Its attack defense become the amount the same as the monster equipped to it. If it's destroyed, if this card would be destroyed by battle, the equipped monster destroyed instead. Now normally you need to relinquish the Thousand Eyes idol. First off, for some stupid reason, everyone thinks you have to actually ritual summon Relinquish before you could summon this, but you don't. I don't know, but anyway, people think that as long as this card can't come back as long as its fusion exists. I don't know. It's a free 1-for-1 removal on literally anything. Who cares? Card goes to your graveyard. You can soul charge it back, Call the Haunted, Oasis, Dragon Souls. +1 off its effects. They don't understand the argument for keeping file size restricted. Banned, whatever. So, until your opponent had a monster, you can take that monster. Let's say your opponent summons another monster for whatever reason, you know, so that way they don't die. Let's say a monster has higher attack than your Thousand Eyes. Well, you summon Tsukiyumi, you plop that Thousand Eyes face down, and then you have two options. One, you can attack for everything and then flip up Thousand Eyes, because Thousand Eyes is essentially a Swords of Revealing Light as long as no one steals it from you or whatever. Or two, take their new monster, because what are they going to do about it? Well, sorry for everything that happened in the middle of this video. I have no editing software at all. I need to find a free editing software. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been 2005 Goat Control / Goat format. The rest of the extra deck is just staples. My staples are made just a bunch of random fusions that were out of time. And have a great day.